Right guys, we're back. Camera must have overheated slightly. Well, it is hot up here, so I'm not surprised if it has. But, yeah. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of that idea. The speakers are going to stay where they are for this evening. I can't be bothered to move them. But, we'll just take this train off the track then. And I need to sort this track man out. I might give it to someone because I'm not going to keep it, to be honest. It's not really what I need. I don't want to wear it anymore. But yeah, there's a whole bundle of stuff I need to go through on this board. And the thing is, I also have got something else planned with this railway once I'm building my dream route, all based around HSTs. It's going to be a challenging cost building this dream route of mine, and the only rare train I'm going to put aside with the HST lot is the Class 66. That's the one rare occasion which I'll probably put with them. But, you know, the 66 is good for what it does, especially very good with the cargo, but they were around the 2000 era, so I'm not really making a specific time period for my HST. My dream that it's based on Heritage Line, just for the HSTs, and probably the odd random other bits and pieces on it. There will be running routines between the period of 1968 till fairly modern day. It'll be up to the 2019. So from 1968 to 2019, that's where I'll bring them all in. And that's where we're going to basically mark the 40 years anniversary of the service. Right, now we need to bring the GNR HST out, but yeah, this train is a beauty, and I often leave it running when I'm not around a lot of the time now, because when I'm not here, when I'm going downstairs to get a drink or have something to eat, I sometimes leave this on because hearing it rumble around on my board, which is what this is. But yeah, this train is an iconic train for many people, even for me. You just saw a spark of light then. Switch direction. We've got to get the carriages out next, and then we've got the main power car. In real life, the HST did come in twos of power cars. They didn't come just with one, or they would be very unliable of things going wrong with them. Especially if they're broken down or something, they wouldn't have relied on the second power car to push them along. But you know, I think, to be honest, for the HST family, they're very iconic trains. A lot of people are going to miss them. Not just me, but multiple people are going to miss them. I'm going to miss them quite a lot when we go. Some people say, why did you miss it? Well, because I'm very passionate about these trains as much as anyone else is, but the trouble is, the thing is, the HSTs, even though they might have only done, you know, just over 40 years of service at that point. So let me just bring you down because it's way too warm tonight. So as I say, just going to take you down off the tripod and bring you down here so you guys can see them properly. I'm just going to put them into with the light on, you can see their livery properly. So, yeah, the HST family are going to be missed by many people. Not just by me, but a lot of people are going to miss them when they go out of service, and a lot of people are saying that, even across country are saying this now. It is daft to take them off the railway entirely before they need to be off there. I mean, there's nothing wrong with most of them. Some of them just need a good clean up before they can be run again. That's all they need. And then they can run for another 50 years, and then they can just done their 75-year anniversary that day. If they could do one for these, a good 50 years, you get a lot of people interested, and you get a lot more money out of it. And I think long terms, it will save money as well. Put a new hybrid engine in it, maybe pick out 4,500 horsepower engine with a hybrid engine, and giving them a bit more heaviness step and giving them a bit more smooth rides with having that vacuum braking, like you would on steam trains. There would be far more efficient vacuum braking. A lot of people like the HST. I mean, it's not just me, there's so many other people like them. I mean, that's why it boggles the mind. People just really forget what our British people back in the day of between 1970s and 1968 were here in time of people in Britain actually knew how to make things. This is how long ago it was. People before everything else happened, you could live up to your expectations by doing engineering. You could actually put the engineering of the HST been put together by him, and he had a kind of design, aerodynamic clamps on them to make them go really fast. And then they are the fastest EV trains out there, actually. They still haven't been unbeaten yet. And some of them did have the touch screen, or what was it, 140 miles per hour come in? The other one's only to do 125, maybe 130, maybe, depending on what they can do. I'm good then, it's cold outside, they probably could do a lot faster, but I mean, I never had tested the same cable speed on model form, but I'm not going to try to go too fast. I think the speed's fast enough for them. Wrecking the units or flying off the tracks, but I felt to be more comfortable with it, slow it down. Between 70 and 80 miles an hour is fine for me, because at least that way, I can stop it very quickly, if necessary. But I hope you enjoyed that little introduction about the HSTs. And this train is running around now. I bought from my phone to such an LCD virus up last year. It was so bad. I think myself to bought it really, and she's been on my route ever since. She's not fallen off. She's not really done much at all. I think she's come off a few times just before we moved, but she didn't fall off or anything. She just tipped over on her side, and that was it. But since I've had her, she's had a very good service. She's had a good clean up. She's not had a clean up since spring, so she's definitely due for a new clean over. Her engine is fine, so her wires are really a bit showing her age a little bit in places, but hopefully if you're careful with the wires, because they're really thin hair wires and these trains, they're really delicate. That's why I don't dare to open it very often, because they are so thin and really fiddly. If you pull it too hard, then they'll come off, just come out as you're too heavy with them. That's why I don't really do too much with them. I like to keep them as they are, like they come out of the box, and run them. But then once I'm done with them, I put them up on the shelf, keep them out of the way, and then run them back again once for another day, once the new day started. Because my new routine now, I start at 6 AM, I get up at 6 AM, have my breakfast for 6:15, then I usually get dressed around 7, and then go out around 7:30, go for a walk, then come back, do some minutes clean. At the moment it's been between 9:40 and 10 o'clock in the morning, and I usually do that for an hour, so I usually finish off just before 11 o'clock. So yeah, I'm trying to squeeze mine in one day, and then let's go squeeze in past work again for walking and going around, that's what I did today. And instead of going out this morning, I tried to go out this afternoon and my mum for a brief time, just for a short time, just go out for a small walk before she went out to dinner, because she's got things on the TV. Much as I like to spend my time seeing trains in real time, and yes, I probably could go and see trains tomorrow as well. But I do want to focus on getting my room done as well. So I do want to focus on a lot more things. I just hope my knee's not in the way. Yeah, the pickups on the train itself, on the power car and the training car, which is on the engine on it, which, you know, the attention to bring, you could modify the training car to have a working motor in it. You could make it as close to the real thing as possible to have that. But, you know, I think she's alright as she is. And, you know, she will be mostly in probably a 4-car set once Mother is at a limit. It will be a limit of 4-car sets and make that margin out. It won't be too big. So I have 2 more carriages of GNR HSQ carriages to it. And, you know, I make another 2 for the party set, and then make another 2 for First Great Western, and then another 3, I'll probably stick with the 4-car set in the deployment. It might not look realistic for somebody who go a little bit OC about that. You know, deployment tends to be an 8-car or 10-car set, depending on where it's going to, but generally has the same carriage each time. So, yeah, it's a luxury train as well, and it's, you know, the iconic HS2 form as well, just with the standing blue and white on it. And you've got the iconic in-city blue and yellow, you've got the in-city blue and white, or is it blue and yellow, you've got blue and white. Very early ones, so blue and white, I think. Not many, there are a few of them. They're blue and white ones. There were also First Great Western's castles were more modern. But yeah, you basically got quite a few different versions of the HST. I mean, the GNR just happened to be one of them, and the few that are one of the older ones, I think. It got in service of 1972. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, there it was. It was from 90, so it could have been 1992 to 2008. So it basically did. It was put in service of GNR HST services in 1991 or 1992, then it was done. Because they're the same age as me, it's only 28 years of service at that point. So this would be close to 30 years old. This would probably be about 34 years old. I'm in 28, so this train is slightly older than me. So, in real terms, yes, that the real train would be older than me. Not very a lot though. Still the same age as me. But I was born in the mid-90s, so that was maybe probably 1991, maybe 1992. If it was put in service in 1996, then I'm pretty much almost I'm nice and old in that train. But it's all depending on when they've been put in service. But these units were made in 1968, and then they've got converted to different deliveries over the years with different services. And the council sets go strictly between Cornwall and go all up to Wales. They don't go to Birmingham New Street, but they do go up to Wales. They terminate at a particular point in Wales. I'm not totally sure. I think it's Cardiff Central. If you ever want to go on a HTV with a castle set and you want to have the memory of it, best time going now, because sometime next year they're probably, well, sometime over the Christmas period they're going to be ripped off the line and they're going to be changed to Germans. And some people like javelins, but there's no means. They're not my style of life. They're also not my taste, to be honest. They're not really my thing. A lot of people like them, but I definitely feel for the new generation. People like new things, and they like to see different things coming out on the railways, but really old stuff. They like to see during the summer period where they're out on summer holidays and they can just enjoy seeing the trains as well as they're enjoying seeing the beach. It's all the sort of thing that a lot of people like to see during the summer holidays. They basically got the opportunity, which I didn't have the opportunity when I was growing up. Not in that way anyway. I had a very limited in my life when I was growing up. I've not actually seen the trains in that way and actually spend the time on the holiday to actually see them in that way. A lot of people now would probably like to see all that, but when I was growing up, I didn't have that opportunity to really spend my time down the trains like that. I wasn't exactly, back then I wasn't very trustworthy and probably could actually stay near the trains and not actually wander. But yeah, that's basically what trains are like now. Trains are different now. Trains are far different than what they used to be. But since I moved down to Cornwall in 2011, since I ever moved down to Cornwall, things have changed quite considerably. And from 2011 when I moved down here, a lot of things have changed. I mean, the delivery of the trains has changed, and you basically got far more different old liveries in some way, in some areas, but in other areas are far newer and not as colourful or as mesmerising as the earlier stock of Pinterest in Europe. It's just not quite the same. I mean, this one stood out to me when I was younger because the colours, it was just remarkably very dark blue with a red stripe down the side with GNR on it. And to me, that was one of the first sets I ever put my eyes on when I was at London 30 years ago, and they were stunning back then. That's the real thing, of course. And they were put out of service in 2008, believe it or not. Just 2 years after I preferred them inside my head from the beginning of the film. In 2008, I had a tuner removed when I was growing up. Because I had a decent sized tuner inside my head when I bought it privately. And in 2008, just 2 years later, he's been put out of service. So they were taken out by East Coast. And East Coast were only some charge of GNR at that point. Just for those times. So there were a few still old livered of those change around, but they're not, they weren't really the same sort of things that they were back in the old times where before I was born that they had loads of cities and the arseholes to kind of things have been saved by HSTs and the apparatuses of the APTE and the APT system and they were part of that family. I mean, obviously they're not entirely, but they were certainly part of it. They worked on prototypes. They were making measuring after the APT first type, the APT had its design for us continuous service that we know really good production station train. So that's the first electric train we ever capable of trying 114 miles per hour or something like that. That's what the speed was on that train at that point in time. Now, you know, most trains now can do well above that speed. Trains now can do, some of them can do it well over 180, probably more than that now, but I believe they are limited on railways now because safety standards and all that. So, you know, as she's going around, all these students are going to go up in the shelf, they'll be special, have their own shelf to themselves, and they won't be, you know, they won't be interfered with the other older, much older trains, like 25 and 33 and the 47s and 58s. They're not going to be interfered with. They're going to be on the tip of the shelf. Some over there behind me, they're going to be on the tip of the shelf. It's going to be a shelf where I'm going to basically have one particular special shelf for all the HSTs on the road. You know, variety of different liveries. What I want to do, I want to do good liveries. I can't really stop. I like skipping them. My little lighting inside for a while to lamps they had back then. They had I've repainted the overhead compartment for luggage. It always happens in the class sense. Without going through if I did go tomorrow morning, then I posted the trip to the Alphabet and cross country, as well as, you know, the one goes to Cardiff Central or you want to see a special train, you want to see some unusual trains from not from PWR or the best place to go is to try, you know, to one start or the place to go is to go to the New Street and have a look at the trains there and see what you think of them. And they're not going to be iconic movies like Class X, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, your passion turns into a hobby and then it turns into a dream. And it turns into a lifetime job career. I would love to drive trains like this. I would like to actually have that experience of driving Transport 3 during the summer period. Putting them out and doing the benefits for the summer holiday period. So everyone can see them going around in the old liveries. Things like PWI, but Great Western Rail services. As I say, there's just, you know, many country items with the HSC effect, and I don't think that we really realise how popular they are with people. Sure, they're, you know, getting on, but look at the other sets now, you know, the Mallard and the Flying Scotsman, the Flying Scotsman, it was the first steam locomotive, officially the first steam locomotive ever, broke 100 miles an hour speed, and it was literally all natural. And the HSTs did much open, you know, And that's from 1923, the time specimen. As 1923 of June 1923. It's from very modern day, still holds its speed record from what it can do, and you've got Mallard, 125 miles per hour, and 126. So 126 miles per hour for Mallard. And I don't think that means official, but I think, yeah, the concept is definitely official, but Mallard, it's a bit, but technically the city of Troy is technically for that. But it never did 160, it did 110, I think, but only thing that the city Scots and Ford and whatever in that type, but I'm not really interested in listing engines really. I'm more interested in reviews because these are the ones that I've gone up in, and these are the ones that my mum got up in way back in the day. And for me and my mum, they're kind of trains. In my mum's eyes, it's very different engines. It's just great wonder and a bit amazing for me to remember them as to what I remember them as when I was growing up back in the 90s and the year 2000s. They're really just iconic for many people. And, a lot of people mention what they did. They tend to the fast or aerodynamic. They did a lot of stuff a lot of people like. And we're going to have the training car coming towards you. It's going to do it nice and slowly as well. But you think of these sets, iconic beauties, still flying around at the moment on the railways, between Dawlish and Cornwall, and still running around, they're still running around at the moment, but they're very rare, like maybe 2 or 3 per service on the railway now, with very few left actually running in condition now, because they just take them all off. I'm really hoping they just paint them up for really old liveries for the 50-year anniversary, which would be nice. They're bringing the first Great Western sets back, and the old liveries from Virgin and a few of the others. But at the moment, I have no idea what they're really planning with them all yet. I'm hoping they just put them off to the side for the 50th anniversary sets. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, guys, but I did wear the battery down to the bed, so whoops. I did have to replace it. But yeah, these are iconic trains for a lot of people, and the way people are now, it's understandable for a lot of people. They really do love these trains and want to do something. I'm just going to take the time because I don't hoping that that's not the first time. So in that stop, not stop. So that's good. So my next camera is started. Well, that's a good thing. I just need to go and focus on my cameras and now out, which is fine. But so it's not technically real time what it is. But yeah. Because I don't do this the whole of my life because of other people think of them. There's a few people in the new modern days where I would say that they're probably, when it comes about it and saying, well, technically, steam train was actually the most fastest steam train at its time was, blah blah blah. Which probably in 1915 probably would have been the case, but I'm not basing on that off the steam anymore. It's not. I mean, you might see a few steam trains around, but I didn't know, I'm going to be steam I'm not boosting my layout spinning at all. I'm pointing off the users. I draw this hybrid family layout. That's what I built my layout around. And that's the finger. That's even 11 years. But really, I haven't been in the HSC for that many years, but well, I haven't been into modelling until the last few years of my life. I've been into little things for many years, but in model form, but yeah, I've been into the real HSTs for donkey's years, but I didn't really buy any HSTs, the models. Well, I only bought them in the last couple of years of my life. A lot of people say, what? Really? But yeah, that's true. I only bought the models, I don't know, more than only 2 years ago. Well, it was only a year ago when I bought my first one. So yeah, it was only Christmas last year when I bought my first set and of the HST. And then throughout the rest of that year was followed by another HST, followed by another one, and eventually I just bought a whole bundle of them through the whole year. From First Great Western, GNER, and a castle set. I mean, what else could you ask for? I mean, it was a good year in that way, I guess, but in other ways, I mean, I was in the hospital for the autumn, which wasn't so great, but I suppose towards the end of the year, I didn't really suffer in the way I did before, but which was a good thing, but I didn't appreciate the autumn piece, which was very, it wasn't great. Spend 3 weeks in the hospital, that's for sure. But I look after my trains. My HSTs, especially, yes, I look after them especially because they're my iconic trains. And a lot of people will look after the most passionate trains of what they got. And that goes for anyone. If anyone's into the HST's family, in its GWR or First Great Western or GNER or Grand Central, East Coast, the Pullman HST set, the Virgin Livery, the GWR Castle set, East Coast, Virgin, Grand Central, Metrorail HSTs, it's a whole bundle of them. I can't name them all, but I know a fair few of them. The intercity sets are one of the few offsets are one of after many who only could do a cable speed of 148 miles per hour, so that in itself is phenomenal to say so. It really is. I don't know what top speed of 66 can do in real life, but because they're often putting cargo, but they could probably do about probably between 90 and 100 miles an hour, but I wouldn't try to do that in real form. If I was a train driver now, then I wouldn't dare to try because I'll probably get told off. I mean, if it was a special, then when you say you can speed up to 80 miles an hour, then you probably can if it's safe to do so. But without a staff person being there with me and saying, I need your permission before I'm doing this, because I do not want to get in trouble. But, yeah. I certainly am looking to become more than just into models. This is 60% speed. I'm going to whack her up to full speed and see what she can really move. See how far she really can go. I'm not going to let her. This is at her maximum power right now. She's at her maximum speed. This is about 110 on my Gaze Mouse Combi controller. and she's speeding around about probably about 95 to about 100 miles an hour. That's the model speed. But so she's obviously built in model form to only do about 90 to maybe 70 miles an hour if in model style. So yeah, she can shift rather well. And the 66 in real life, they were workhorses. They are just designed for pulling heavy hauled cargo. No matter if it's box container wagons or they could put in car transporters, they could pull anything. As for the 57 GWR Castle set, this is a Taverley Hall or something like that. A 5763. I'm not sure this is the actual one. It does run on the main line every now and again, but this one does occasionally do pull the castles, probably during the service of the time. But yeah, it's pretty interesting that the 57 its top speed was about 115 miles per hour in real life. I think that's the fastest they could ever go because of their engines. They were a bit smoking. They did have a bit of issues with the engines back then. Yeah, I think now, even now, when they do run specials, now I'm only doing one thing out to see how fast these trains can really go, just to see what they are capable of in this board. I mean, right now she's doing about. I mean, I wouldn't go try to go too fast for her too often because back wheel gets like file. But I'll bring her down the straight and just watch her out. See, that's her speed. I would say about at least 100 miles an hour. She probably could do 100, probably 140, maybe more. But yeah, model speed she could do about 115 roughly. Now for the 87, I'll show you how fast the Junior HT shortly, how fast she can go, but I'm going to show you how fast the 87 is going to go, because in real life, oops, I didn't think she would tip off, but yeah, so in real life the 87's had a top speed, I'm not totally sure what it was, 110 I think it was, on AC electric. So in real life, I'll bring her down onto the straight and I'll let her go past you very quickly. That's about 120 roughly. It's good to get, but it's probably about 120 miles per hour. But that's in model speed. In real life, they only had a top speed of 110, I think. Because on AC electrics, they had different voltage systems. But on modern tracks, I think with the DCC trains now, with with the modern digital advancement on models as well as the real things, with the safety of the railways now far more limited. Now we're going to test the speed of this my iconic Junior HST set. Let's see how we go. I think someone's got moved it out of place, and hopefully we get some movement from her. Come on, train. Okie dokie. Oh no, that's why. Okay, we're going to bring her speed up a little bit. We're going to just gradually bring her up to speed. We're not going to rush into it. Let's bring her up to speed a little bit at a time. At the moment she's going about 40-50 miles an hour, and now she's dropped again. Well, we'll do 1 or 2 laps of this way and let it warm up a little bit. So she's doing about 40-50 miles an hour right now. I'm going to bring up a bit more speed. I'm going to bring up the speed a little bit more. does it always derail on that corner? It's been about 70 to 80 miles now. The lights are not constant on the train car, but that's in the front and the car cars in the back. I'll open up a little bit more. I'm going to go too fast. So she's now doing about 110 roughly. And now she's now opening up to about 120. She's touched about 120 before the wire came working. So now I'm going to open up full speed. That's supposed to be a second down straight. I would never touch the track. I mean, you've seen this coming towards you at great speed, 148 miles per hour. Goodness gracious me. I think you're handled in instant if you had your hands in this thing. In real terms, rather than mine, because you're doing instant in general. But if you had your hand in front of this, some model phone, your hand probably get totally hurt. But you know, these are just toy trains after all, but there's more advanced toy trains. I'm bringing it around once, full round the corner at high speed. There we go. We're just going to bring her in slowly to a stop, and then we'll just get in front of the camera. I'm going to see how slow she can go as well. Over here with her. Let's see if we can see how slow she can move. That's just about, come on. There we go. That's about as slow as I can get her to go at the moment until the track is clean and she had her service. But yeah, she's doing about 15 to 20 miles an hour. Very smoothly, very comfortably. She's not designed for slow speed, she's designed for high speed services. But yeah. And she was designed for passenger trains. So yeah, the guy who invented them, say a big thanks to him to have made them, because without these beauties, Britain in general wouldn't be the same without them. And with the modern trains that you get now, like the Javelins, they're just not iconic. They're not really that standing. They're not really that. What's the right word? They're not really pepping in the way of the HST that ever. You know, the HST that always stand out to people in the UK because they're basically what saved Britain from everything being privatised back then. Everything now, of course, is now under government control again. Means that everything in that terminology is just it boggles the mind how much things have changed since then. Right, I doubt I'll get much out of this one, but we'll try the Class 43 HST in First Great Western livery and see what she can get out just for one lap and see if she'll get anywhere. Because this one has its problems itself. Engine problems mostly, but she also does have some light problems. But if you can hear her, she doesn't sound healthy, does she? She does not sound healthy at all. But that's mainly because when I bought this set back then, she was so smooth. She's a little bit noisy because she did have motorised fans, but since she's been repaired, she's actually not had that problem. But the problem with the motorised fans on the older trains are because they do look cool, but they also have a habit of overheating motors. And I don't know what's catching on the corner, but this could be the couplings. I'm not going to try to push it, but the trains themselves, she hasn't got lights at the moment, but if I can get her moving properly, then she will be another set to run properly. It's a shame that she did have a habit of, since she's been in repair, she's just had been multiple problems, and I'm not totally sure why. So she's going to be probably in replacement with a new HST first go Western engine in it, or probably a new power car to replace this one. If I can get this original one working, then I will, but it still depends if I've got time. Right, enough yapping. 9:14, yeah, right. It's 8:14. Sure. I am going to be ending this shortly, guys, so I'm going to be ending it in about a few minutes' time. We've already done 17 minutes, but yeah, hey ho, we'll do a little live stream before ending the evening off, but we're only going to do a little live stream this evening, just to see what you guys think. And you can join me on my live stream if you wish to. I'm not going to be bored. If you guys want to join me on my live stream, or you don't, it's totally up to you. And let me know in the comments below, do you want to see the how to build your Model Railway series? Do you want me to still do that for you? Do you still want me to make videos for you guys who are new to the Model Railway community? And if you do want me to show you how to build a Model Railway series, and show you how to put track down, how to put your train on the correct area of the track to start off your trains to be moving. Not I recommend the HSTs are your first choice, unless you can get the budget ones. If you're getting the premium ones, then be careful with them, because they are delicate and they are easy to break just as much as any other really expensive HST sets. They're really, really delicate trains. As for the 66, then she is one of my new collections for this year so far. She's the only one I bought this year. During my saving up, I basically only bought one train so far, and she was the only one I got at this moment, but that will change soon. That will change. Yeah, right. So the trains that we are going to be running next is going to be the I'm not totally sure. I'm not totally sure if I'm going to go with the Pannier or the tank locomotive. I mean, to be fair, I'm not a big fond of steam engines, but I do like one of my, I wouldn't say, one of my only favourite steam engines I ever got with, which, I mean, being I'm not a big steam engine fan, I'm not really that bothered about steam engines in model form. I'm more a diesel fan than steam. But the only one I ever got connected with for the model steam era stuff, I always got into particular steam trains. And being a tank locomotive is one of the few that I actually got off with. I actually like the real thing in real life. When I went to Bodmin last and ride it, we'll take that one off. The last time I went on a steam locomotive was in June, and I went on this tank locomotive, that's like this one, and she was running from Bodmin Central all the way down to Bodmin Parkway and Bodmin down to Summit Holt Station, which, you can sit down on the track down there. I don't recommend it, but you can during this part of the year where they don't run. But yeah. So I was riding on the back of this tank locomotive, which seemed to be. I was on behind the tank locomotive on the Bodmin Vintage Railway. I think she was one of the fewest steam locomotives I ever liked, really. I mean, apart from, Flying Scotsman Mallard, I mean, they're the main two tender locomotives I ever liked. But the small configuration trains of steam engines. The tank locomotive is compact and it's more concise than any other train, and it's quite, quirky in its own way. In real life, these tank locomotives have a top speed of 65 miles per hour, unless it goes downhill with a bit of wind behind it. It could do about 70 miles an hour. But 68, probably about 65. It only did a top speed of 65 miles per hour in real life. Tracked it after about 800 about 800 square foot or something. I tracked it after. As well as I mentioned earlier, she did a speed of 65 miles per hour, I think, in real life. So yeah, she was pretty quick for a tank locomotive, that's for sure. But I think the pony was about between 55 and 60 miles an hour. So they can capable of pushing out quite a bit. But we've got a tank, we've got a little pug, which in real life they're only did about 30, maybe 22 miles an hour, if that. That's basically the fastest they would ever could go in real life, because they were designed for shunting, they weren't designed for heavy hauled passenger trains. This pug does not want to play ball today. Put on the track earlier and she's not spinning. Can't get the feeling she just doesn't want to play. So there seems to be an interesting thing with this one because she does not want to play ball today. She might be due for a service, and it wouldn't be surprising if she was, but this is the problem. This train does not want to play, and the tank is stuck on the corner up at the top end of the route. Means that I'm going to have to put the 87 on to rescue the pug and the tank locomotive by being rescued by the fast 87. It's like, damn. Let's get them all away. Alright, let's get you pushed away. Tank locomotive is now moved, 87 is now stuck. And we're just going to bring her over here and then get the 87 back over here. Now I'm going to move tank locomotive out of the way. Where's the wheel gone? We lost the wheel as well. Where's the wheel go? Did I just lose it somewhere? Ah boy. It's got to be around somewhere. Right. 87, I need your helping hand to push the pug back. Are you ready? It does not want to play ball, so where does it go? In 7 minutes, it's your job to go and push the pug. So over pocket rocket. Don't push that train for me. I see the wheel for the tank locomotive. Okay, I think we're going to end it here. Ignore the time when it goes out because it's not actually 9:30 because it's an hour out. It'll be about 20 past 8. So I'm going to have a cup of tea and it's roasting hot. Have a great evening, guys. I'm not going to do a heavy amount of it here in my room at the moment because it's like a heat wave everywhere in the UK. It's mad. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a bit of a mixture of different trains today, mainly HSTs on the models. Look forward to the new HST selection I'm going to be getting soon. And probably some more next year. Sometime between just after Christmas or maybe sometime towards Easter of next year. So got a whole bundle of stuff to look forward to. The castle set will be staying. Well, the power car will be going, but the training car will be staying on. And for First Great Western will be moved. She will be put away on the shelf. This siding will be taken up with one of the new ones on the siding. So obviously there will be a lot more new trains on this layout for this year later on, which will be rather good. But a lot of people say, well, you like the HSTs, why don't you do anything with them? Well, to be honest, the only thing I can do with them right now is basically to buy the carriages for them, glue some people in the seats, and then maybe put a driver in the HSTs themselves, and then, you get the worker coming, getting out, and then walk out, stands on the platform, gets the ticket thing over their shoulder, and they walk along the carriages, checking people's tickets and things like that. That would have been a period where they would have paper receipts. They wouldn't have cards like you have now with, actual card receipts where they take tickets as like in the card form and they stamp it to what stop you're destinated at. And I think back in those days they didn't really have, you can get off the train and, have a bit of break from traveling on the train, then you wait for the next service to take you up to your final destination. Back then, you probably didn't have things like that, but now they do. Then it's kind of an all different area now. It's very different compared to what it used to be. But anyway, hope you guys have a great evening. Quickly enjoy the hot heat, because I certainly am not enjoying this. I don't think you guys are either. But I'm looking forward to when the winter draws in, to be honest. This has been mad. Actually mad. It's so hot. I think we deserve storms after this. We deserve some thunderstorms. Definitely. It's too hot. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great evening. I'll see you guys again soon. And I will see you guys on tomorrow's video. I'm not too sure what I'm doing tomorrow. Depends if I go out or not in the morning. If I don't, then I'll be filming a live stream for you tomorrow. In the morning, probably. Nice and early. Probably between 9:30 and... Probably between 9:45 and 10:45. So yeah, it will be quite early. So it will be after that, and I've got some studying to do after that. So I've got quite a few. I've got quite a bit of interesting day coming up. And then mainline videos for you on Friday and Saturday, and then nothing on Sunday as normal. And then on the following week, same as normal. So do all this from Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday nothing at all. But basically a normal routine, just with earlier start, getting up at 6, going to bed at 10. So get up at 6 AM, go to bed at 10 PM. And that's pretty much my routine every day of the week. So I actually quite enjoying it at the moment. So I hope it lasts. So Have a great evening, guys. Hope you got your fan on and blowing it at half a dozen, 24 miles per hour, because right now it probably needs it. I'll see you guys right again in another video coming soon. Have a great evening, and I'll see you on tomorrow in another video. Peace out.